Hello everybody, welcome to Osrossi Bucket. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already and drop a like on this video. I'm trying to hit 80,000 subscribers on the channel by the end of the year, so your subscription will be much appreciated. Also drop a like on this video, it only takes 1 second and it makes a massive difference. Real quick, I just have to say something. I uploaded a video earlier today about the Kareem comments on LeBron doing the Sam Cassell dance. I made some broader points outside of just the original comments by Kareem, but multiple comments in the replies informed me that he said that in a more tongue-in-cheek way, and I was just reading the transcript, and you can't really translate tone through a transcript, so that whole situation got blown out of proportion, and I was contributing to that by making the video, so I deleted the video because it was just going off of bad information. I'll try better to make sure I do the right thing next time. Anyways, today's video is a quick post-game recap of 2 of the 3 games that were played today, and that was the Sixers-Jazz game and the Grizzlies-Lakers game. Let me first talk about Grizzlies-Lakers because it's probably a more interesting situation. I missed the first quarter of this game because I was trying to focus on Jazz-Sixers, but watch the other 3 quarters, and you know, this is one where I don't have a ton to say. This is more a situation of kind of the same thing happening throughout the entire game. The Lakers had good moments and then a lot of moments with a lot of turnovers. I don't know how many they finished with. They finished with how many turnovers? 22. I believe they are 5th in turnovers in the league right now, so that tracks. The Grizzlies, by comparison, had 11. With the whole game, the Lakers just a little bit behind and enough plays being bad and the Grizzlies taking advantage, whereas the Grizzlies the whole damn game where it was just kind of like the next man up and team basketball and, you know, making the right play damn near every fucking time. Even though they were drastically outmatched in the talent department, the Lakers had Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis on the floor. The Grizzlies had Desmond Bane, Steven Adams, and Jaren Jackson as their 3 best guys. Maybe you could argue Tyus Jones or DeAnthony Melton is better than Steven Adams, but you get my point. The Grizzlies have been winning without Ja Morant. He originally got an injury and then went into health and safety protocol, which I'll probably do a video talking about that tomorrow because that's gotten real severe in the NBA, especially with my Chicago Bulls. But the Grizzlies have been winning without him. They went on like a 4-game win streak where they did not trail in points at any point in any of those games. And they have won, I believe, 7 of their last 10. And that's fantastic. They have been winning their games without Ja, and with the Grizzlies, it has been the case of on offense, ball movement, everybody stepping up. Looking at the point distribution here, of the 10 players who got 15 minutes or more, 12 points, 23 points, 4 points from Steven Adams because he like never scores on this team. I believe he averages 7 points, but 12, 23, 4, 25, 12, 7, 5, 5, 8, and 7. Pretty damn even shot distribution there. Who is Killian Tilly? That's a hell of a name. That's the guy who I didn't recognize. Yeah, he shot 2 for 7, so he didn't play that great. But everybody else pretty much. Tyus Jones had some not great misses. But in general, just a lot of shot distribution, a lot of teamwork, a lot of next man up, a lot of everyone just kind of figuring it out on offense. And then defensively, the Grizzlies have been one of the best defenses in the NBA as of late after being the worst defense in the NBA overall previous to that. So this has led to a conversation that I think is in bad faith, and that is like, are the Grizzlies better without Ja Morant? No, they're not. They're just not. But they are stepping up in spite of him being gone. And I think that speaks more to the character and to the talent of the team outside of Ja Morant rather than Ja Morant being overrated or anything. Really, one of the reasons why I thought Ja was overrated before was because people acted as though he was doing a carry job when you look to the first 2 years of his career, and he was maybe the best player on those teams, but like by a slim margin, and there were like 3 other guys competing for it. So when people acted like, oh my god, Ja Morant is carrying the Grizzlies, it was like, that is objectively untrue. Still untrue this year. The Grizzlies have a solid, well-rounded team that is coached well And people sometimes act as though Ja Morant is carrying them, and that's just untrue. And I think they're proving that right now. Ja Morant is a fantastic player, and the Grizzlies are much better with him. But don't let that be mistaken into Ja is carrying. Don't let it flip the script where it's gone from he's carrying to he's not actually that important. It's like, can you guys just have an ounce of nuance in your takes for fucking once? That'd be great. Next, let's, for the Lakers side of things, just a sloppy game from them after they had a really good game against the Celtics the other day. So that was tragic timing where I did a video shitting on the Lakers and they had their best game of the season. But looks like they're back to their normal fuckery. 95 points. I know the Grizzlies defense is pretty good, but that's pretty fucking abysmal. Still some bad lineups out there that I saw, but I'm not going to harp on them too much because in that Lakers video, I kind of put to bed talking about them, period, because I'm tired of it. I was more focused on the Grizzlies that go around. The Utah Jazz and the Philadelphia 76ers. This was a game for about 2.5 quarters or so. I'll say the Sixers kept it, within reach for up until like a certain point in the fourth quarter. But in general, the Jazz had control of this game after the half, really, because they scored 34 points in the second quarter to Philadelphia's 22. This game was interesting, I'll say. Once again, another game where I don't necessarily have a ton to say. Once again, a situation of really good shot distribution: 17 points, 22 points, 7 points, 14 points, 10 points, 11 points, 11 points, 10 points, 14 points. Also 14 and 10 for Hassan Whiteside in 15 minutes. Pretty quick for a double-double there, although they did have a couple of possessions where they were going to him in the post far more than you want to be doing with Hassan Whiteside, which is literally more than once when it's not a guard. He did have a really nice move on Joel Embiid, though. Joe Ingles, 7 assists. He's always one of the most underrated playmakers in the game. Donovan Mitchell was missing everything inside the perimeter, or at least it felt like that, but he did go 5 for 10 from outside, which means that he went 3 for 9 inside the perimeter, so I was right. He shot 33% inside the three-point line. Everybody else, just solid game. Mike Conley brought out his signature right-hand floater. Rudy Gobert had a relatively good game, although not, his standard incredible efficiency, because he shoots like 73% this season. Only shot 54% because Joel Embiid met him at the rim a couple of times. Speaking of Joel Embiid, he got injured and went to the locker room at some point in this game and then came back. But overall, he did not have the best time in the world. He had a couple of situations where doubles were thrown at him, and he made nice passes out of those doubles, and then nobody made their fucking shot. Tobias Harris played fine, although he took some questionable shots later in the game. Seth Curry was missing his threes, and he doesn't do much when he's not doing that. Tyrese Maxey also got injured in this game and also ended up coming back, so that's nice, because it was both moments they were down on the floor for a little bit, so I was concerned about that. Well, yeah, other than that, not too much to say. Georges Niang, revenge game, maybe. he had 9 points. He was one of those players on the Jazz where it's like, damn, the Jazz are so talented that Georges Niang is probably actually not a bad NBA player, but he doesn't get minutes because the Jazz are that deep. But yeah, I don't have much to say about this game. Philadelphia just didn't really bring it, and the Jazz. What's interesting about the Jazz, I saw this stat. Number 1 in the league in field goal percentage, while also being number 1 in the league in three-point attempt rate. That's kind of insane that you can both take the most threes and have the highest field goal percentage. But overall, just a really good team effort by the Jazz. I also wanted to focus on Rudy Gay in this game. He had a good game. He took one dumb fadeaway shot, but literally everything else. Hit a 3 at the top of the key on the fast break, couple of a drive or two, a finish in the paint. So, good stuff. Jordan Clarkson also played bad. But, in general, not a whole lot to say. There was one really nice move that Donovan Mitchell did on Joel Embiid, and it made me sad that he missed the shot. Also, a couple of possessions where Seth was guarding Mitchell, and out of the pick and roll, Joel Embiid was in drop, and Seth just did not get around Rudy Gobert's screen. So, two things there. A testament to how drop coverage is not on the center alone, and a testament to how Rudy Gobert has a lot of value as a screener. And combine that with Donovan Mitchell's really good pull-up game, pretty fucking good. So yeah, no crazy takeaways from today's games, but that is it. Goodbye.